I don't even know how I'm meant to do this. Okay, start over. Blah, 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 blah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maya, and I am a first year undergrad biomed student here at the University of Warwick. Right, so today is another special day. Last video I released was on the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. I'll add a link down below in the description. Maybe it'll pop up here if I learn how to do that. Maybe not. Anyways, yes, and I did a really interesting video where I interviewed some of the women who work in life sciences and who take part in life sciences, not just working but also studying, and that was really, really interesting. And today is actually University Mental Health Awareness Day. So I was able to, once again, speak with the our SU Wellness and Campaigns Officer, and her name is Tiana. She's lovely. It was really interesting to speak to her, so I'm going to put that interview in here and then give a little bit of my own opinion on mental health and how it's dealt with in today's society, and kind of, you know, what we need to be doing about it, because, well, it's a big thing in society today. Yeah, so enjoy this interview, and I'll be back in a bit.
So my name is Tiana Holgate. I am the current Welfare and Campaign Sabbatical Officer at the Students' Union, which means that I am elected by the student body to work full-time for 1 year, essentially doing all things welfare and campaigns. So a lot of my role is responding to students on a day-to-day basis with concerns they may have or queries they may have. A lot of it is also quite strategic about the direction of the Students' Union as a charity and as an organisation, and also to do with like university committees as well. So our primary role is kind of like holding the university to account on things, which are like best for student wellbeing and student welfare experience all together. So I sit on quite a few committees that make some big decisions actually about like Warwick students and about things that we do at Warwick. Yeah, it's a really, really varied role.
So what would you say your priorities as the Welfare and Campaigns Officer would be?
I think that my priorities this year have been quite different to that of previous officers. Like the role is, welfare is like mental health, physical health, sexual health, like, it's so many different things. And my focus has kind of been on ensuring that well-being is accessible to everybody, particularly in the world of like culturally competent mental health support. So ensuring that services are equipped to suit all students. We have like such a wide range of students on our campus, and my fear when I came in was that we weren't really accounting for differences that we have like as students, whether it be because like we're postgrads and we have different needs to undergrads, or that there are like linguistic or like language barriers.
Right.
So my work has essentially been like, my main focus has been on ensuring that we do make sure that we're thinking about all students.
So do you think then that the current state of kind of awareness of mental health within the university is at a level that it should be?
Yeah, I think it varies. In the union, I think that we definitely are at a place where we are aware that student wellbeing is like our main priority. University have been doing a lot of hard work as well, and I think that they're doing a really, really good job, and they've made some massive improvements recently. We've just been writing a strategy of wellbeing for the whole uni, which is really good stuff that will be implemented. Obviously there are always different opinions on sort of like how far we should go with wellbeing, who should be the person that's in charge, who should be signposting, who should be giving support. So I know that personal tutors often are like given a responsibility to look after students, but we don't know if they're really given the tools to do that properly, to allow them to feel confident doing it. So yeah, I think that the awareness is definitely higher than it has been, and it's definitely rising, which is, it's a really, really good thing.
Right, so why do you think it's so important to kind of increase and build up this awareness then?
Yeah, I think because it affects everything that we do. We come to university and we obviously want to get a degree, want to make friends, and all those things are based upon our ability to actually be well and do well in the first place. So if our well-being or mental health isn't in a positive state, then we won't be able to go to lectures, we won't be able to study hard for our degrees, let alone like make friends and build community. So I think that without it, that's sort of the stop, like the be all and end all in my opinion. I think it's like the first and foremost, like how are you? Like are you okay? And, it's also about not necessarily just like dealing with students who may have actually had a diagnosed mental health illness, but also about supporting people on the whole spectrum of well-being. So day-to-day well-being, how are you doing, how are you coping, managing stress, just being better to maximise potential.
So then when it comes to managing and kind of building up this awareness, how important do you think talking about it all is?
Yeah, I think talking is like the most important thing. Obviously it's not something that people always feel comfortable or confident to speak on, which can make it difficult because you don't want to pry or sort of like force people to share things that they don't want to share. but I think without talking about it, we won't understand what the needs of students really, really are.
Right.
And they are so different, and they are so vast. And I think creating an environment where people don't mind being like, yeah, I'm really, really sad. Like, it's okay to say that, and you know that someone will be there to like listen and respond and help you out. I think talking is definitely the most important thing.
So then do you think that with kind of everything that you've been doing as the Welfare and Campaigns Officer and the SU with the uni as well, do you think that there's been an environment that's been built that kind of promotes like come talk to us, or you should come talk to us?
I think definitely, in different spaces it happens in different ways. So like we have an advice centre in the union upstairs, which is available like every day and via email and online, to give advice on anything, literally anything, money, academic things, friendship problems, and having that visible and present has been really important for us, and promoting that is really, really big as well. I think with the university, the fact that we've now moved Wellbeing Support Services to Senate House is much more central on campus, which I think does have to build that environment. And even how societies do things and celebrate days like World Mental Health Day, University Mental Health Day. I think all those things have such a big impact and are really, really important to create that environment.
Awesome. So then, do you have any tips to people who might be like needing or wanting to talk but don't really know how to approach it, or what to start with?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is about confidence and feeling as though someone will listen and be there, and someone will be there, so that's the first thing that people should definitely know. And also just thinking about like, if you heard this from your friend, how would you respond? And chances are you want to listen, people want to help, and people would want to also help you as a result. There are different ways to get help. It's not necessarily like you have one meeting that's really serious and like scary. Often it is just a chat with someone that wants to know how you are and ensure that you're doing the best that you can. So advice centre is great, Wellbeing Support Services are really good. You could have an appointment literally the day that you go in Senate House, which is really accessible and easy to do, and they're really good too. I think my advice would essentially be like, just take a deep breath and just keep focused on how sort of good it could be, if that makes sense. And there's no need to dwell, because we're all feeling the same, and it's not, you're not one like another man out.
Awesome. I mean that was really all of my questions.
Okay, cool.
I think wishing on Happy Mental Health Awareness Day.
Mental Health Awareness Day.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
No, that's fine. Thank you so much for having me.
For having me. Oh, because I've got a talk show now. Okay, so I hoped you guys enjoyed watching my interview with Tiana. Like I said, it was really, really interesting getting to talk to her, and basically Tiana would have been a third year this year, but she took the year off, so she paused her degree to work full-time as the Wellness and Campaigns Officer for the SU. So she's dedicating all of her time, all of her energy and efforts into improving wellness and making different campaigns for it at the university to improve and increase the awareness as well of wellness and mental health for university students. And I mean, just on a closing note, I think a main takeaway message that I kind of want to get across to everyone who's watching these videos is, no, when you come to university, there's a lot of pressure that is applied to you both by society, by yourself, by the uni. You know, you're coming to university, so it's like the next step into your adult life. It's a big thing. You're gonna have a lot of work. It's not easy. University isn't meant to be easy. It's a challenge, but it's meant to be interesting, and at times it can feel like a bit too much, which is completely normal. It's completely okay. But it's really important to know that you're not alone in this situation, and I think it's really important that the university make sure that their students know that you can talk, you can be open, you can tell someone that, yeah, you know what, I'm really, really stressed about my personal life, I'm really, really stressed about my exams, and that's normal, that's okay. But it's knowing that that's normal, that needs to be, it's this awareness of, yes, it's a thing, it happens. And I think the more open the university is with it, the people are with it, and accepting of the fact that it's a thing, then the better everyone's state of being is. And so just on an end note, talk about it. Talk to a friend. Find a person that you just want to sit down and have a little rant with. Talk to yourself. Have a little mini self-rant, because sometimes whatever's bothering you is a topic that you're not going to share with anyone, and that's okay. But talking, and the university talking to make sure that people know that it's okay to talk, and people being comfortable with talking, and just increasing an awareness of the fact that we're trying to make sure people are in the best state of mind to get through their uni degree, because we're all so young. at uni, it's the beginning of our adult independent lives. So being able to know that you don't have to be the only one who's stressed, you're not the only one who's stressed, that's the main thing. You're going to stress over work, over uni, over your personal life, over everything, but knowing that it's normal and it's okay really helps take off a little bit of the load. And if I keep talking, I won't stop. So on that note, I'm gonna end this with a happy University Mental Health Awareness Day, and I hope that today is a wonderful day for everyone out there. If it's been a bad day, just know that it's gonna be okay. As always, guys, subscribe, leave a like, maybe a comment, and I will see you all next week with a day in the life video that was promised before.